What's up, YouTube? It's me, Jasmine Wethe, and today is such a special day for me. Today is June 10th, 2019, and the reason why today is so special is because today is the 6-month mark since I've had sexual reassignment surgery, otherwise as SRS. It has been such a wild ride. I definitely have learned so much about myself, about my body, and it's honestly been such a learning experience in the best way possible, I think. It's so funny because, for so long, I had wanted to get to this point, and it's just so interesting being on the other side and just growing and really learning about my body in such a new way. And I'm just so grateful. I'll definitely say that I've grown so much in these last couple months and that it has been such a process. And, I definitely feel like I'm a better person. I'm a more liberated person and a more comfortable person. And I didn't realize how much I felt restrained. And so I feel like this new chapter is just kind of writing itself. And it's been a really fun time. I honestly have done so much. I went back to school. I went to EDC. I really got to explore myself and be more comfortable in my body. When I was in recovery, I had a couple mentors of mine actually, tell me that I might go through a period of depression, I might feel a bit suicidal, I might feel like, downward period. And I was just like, no, that couldn't happen. Like, I am comfortable in my body, I'm happy with myself. And to be honest, I really underestimated how much of a toll this would take on me emotionally. Once you get to the point of accomplishing something, you kind of look around the room and you're like, okay, well, what's next? And I kind of went through that where I went through this huge hurdle. It was an obstacle that I was facing for so long. And once I conquered it, I was like, okay, well, what do I do now? I went to EDC and I got to really liberate myself. And when I went to EDC 2018, it was really hard for me. I wanted to express myself, but I couldn't just because I felt like I was, restrained. And for me this year, I got to really just let it all out and dress the way I want to dress. I definitely, got the chance to explore my body, explore myself, express myself. And it was funny. It was a whole different dynamic this year, where last year I was really uncomfortable, kind of insecure. This year I was just fucking flaunting it. I'll be real with you. I was just working it. And yeah, I actually met a couple guys, and that was really awesome. Before I was really uncomfortable whenever I would meet a guy because I just felt like, oh my God, like, I just didn't feel like I could reciprocate as much. And now I feel like I'm in complete control, and I feel that I am comfortable in my own skin. And that's a huge deal. That's a huge game changer. So that was fun. And EDC was an amazing experience. I loved it. And so that was just one of the best parts. And just being in my own skin and feeling comfortable and being able to walk around with the knowledge that I am in my body and I feel good with my body. As far as dating goes, I have definitely put myself out there. I have dated, hung out with guys, and it's been really nice because I was really insecure before, and now I'm not insecure. I am not, kind of in my mind about things. A guy who I used to date, who's now a good friend of mine, who's also the creator of this beautiful painting that you see behind you, Peter Sorin. He actually told me recently that he can tell that there's a big shift in my personality. Whereas before, I would be really kind of insecure or maybe a little conflicted on how to react. Now, because I'm comfortable, I kind of just walk through life and that I'm just more affirm in myself. And he had said before I wasn't like that. And so that was really nice to hear because I felt like, I'm glad that I've grown. I had to face a lot of things within myself, and it had taken me through a really dark period, but I'm now coming back stronger. And especially today being my 6-month mark, it's just so funny how life is like up and down, up and down. And I've learned that you can't fight you can't fight the change. Instead, you kind of have to ride with it and understand why you're going through this. You know, usually when you're in a downer place, it's just because things are changing, you're changing, and you have to understand the change. And, you know, even with this surgery, I'm still transitioning, not necessarily into my female identity, but now into the person that I'm going to be. You know, now with this big obstacle out of the way, now I have to think about the new obstacles. I have to think about career, you know, financial stability, also being a healthy person, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually and mentally. Right now, I'm kind of just taking in all of these changes and really trying to transform myself into a better person for tomorrow. This is just my check-in. I am so happy to be at this point. If there are any questions, please let me know. I'm willing to answer any questions. You know, and yeah, it's really awesome to be at this point. I feel so happy. I promise I'll make some videos on dilating, as well as just learning how to be intimate, learning how to be comfortable in your own skin, and learning what to expect after surgery. I feel like that's something that I didn't know about, and I had to learn the hard way, what to expect after you have surgery and what goes on through your mind, because there's a lot that happens afterwards. You know, being post-op, it's not like you have the surgery and it's like, oh my God, all my problems have vanished. No, that's not how it works. In fact, you have the surgery and you realize, okay, this has happened. I've just conquered a whole new factor of my life that I had been burdened with for a long time. What's next? And that's a big deal, because that what's next area, that question mark, can really drag you down depending on your headspace. And so, yeah, I plan on talking about that and many more things in the future. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Just want to rep Suzo Clothing. Thank you for supporting me. It's great working for a fashion brand who's there for me every step of the way, who helps guide me through this process, and I would not be anywhere without them. Thank all of you for following me, and like and subscribe. Talk soon.